Thanks for tuning in again, everybody. We're back with your favorite podcast, Luca's Tigers and Bronze. Oh my.
So Luca Nation, as we welcome you guys into 2021, today's January 1st. We hope you had an amazing new year. And Cage and I are going to hop on here and we're going to bring you two investment strategies that we hope you could benefit and start the year off bright. I know I'm really, really excited about mine. But Cage, do you have any wise words, any 2 cents that you want to impart on Luca Nation on January 1st, 2021?
Are we going to call this like season 2? I've been watching a lot of like Netflix stuff, and everybody's got seasons. Do we call this like season 2 of the, are we going to do it annually, like have seasons, episodes and whatnot? Is today the first episode of season 2 of the podcast? Or we're just going to,
I'm really enjoying my rookie year though. I feel like we're putting up some good numbers in rookie year. I'm not even ready to go for most improved yet.
So should we have like the season will turn over in the summer, like when we started in July? That'll be, put a full year in, and then season 2 will be sometime in the summer. We'll start it over. It was July 17th. I think we kind of started this thing off. So that, by the way, is an amazing thing, right? We sat down yesterday with many members of Luca Nation from different countries and, different walks of life. And that was a really cool thing, right? Because, we started this and it was just us talking and, hey, well, let's hope people listen. Let's hope people can get some value out of this. Let's hope they do. And, to be able to, in literally 5 months, we haven't been doing the 6 months yet, 5 months, to be able to sit down on New Year's Eve, have a Zoom with, as many members of Luca Nation. I'm going to call you guys that. As members of Luca Nation. There's no fee. There's no price to admissions. Anybody who wants to be a member of Luca Nation, just join on. But yeah, it was a really cool thing for me. That was a cool way of spending, New Year's Eve day. And then seeing the video that we put out today, people just saying hi and Happy New Year. And, I guess this is a cool time of year. Everybody reflects on the year past and, what they're planning on doing in the year forward. And to hear so many people thankful for, the community that we have, built with our group, with Luca Nation. And even more people excited for what the next year is going to bring with that community. That's cool stuff, man. So I'm happy camper today. I'm definitely a happy camper. But guys, you don't get behind the scenes stuff. Maybe one day we'll release the DVD. Andrew called me this morning, woke me up, got me out of my champagne coma. And he said, listen, it's 2021. We're not resting on 2020. He says, we're going to double down on our mission. Our mission is to continue to bring value. So I want a real play today. I want you to bring in. I want you to bring your A game. I don't want you resting. I don't want you, I don't want a hungover Cage. I don't want you mailing it in and thinking, oh, we've already built this great thing up. I want to double down. I want to make sure these guys know that we're bringing it every single day with a legitimate play, and they can get started on 2021 the right way. So that's what I got to deal with, guys. I mean, this guy, he cracks the whip on me, but I love it because that's why we're here, right? We're here and we're going to start day one of 365, and hopefully we bring you a play today that starts your bankroll getting bigger for 2021.
I'll say I'm not old enough to have all the experience Cage does, but I am old enough to know that opportunities come and go, and if you don't really squeeze them to their max capacity, you always look back and you regret them. And I think about that a lot. And I think about that with the hobby as well. None of us know when there's going to be an end point or a bubble burst or whatever word there is to describe. But I will say you always want to make sure that you're as prepared as possible. And I think that comes down to habits. I really do. I'm a big believer of what are your daily habits that help you get to where you want to go. And that's really what I wish for you. I try to keep it really practical. You guys know me. With New Year's goals and resolutions and things like that, it becomes a big deal. But I like to bring it back to something like practical. And I think daily habits are a big deal. And that's what I wish for you guys going into 2021. Now, Cage, I want to talk to you about the Charlotte Hornets because that's my play. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but teams are snooping around.
Wait, that's your play? Your play is the whole team? You're just going to buy the team?
The whole entire team.
You want Luca Nation, just call Michael Jordan and say, hey, MJ, I watched The Last Dance. There were a couple things I would have done better. I wouldn't have gone through that whole baseball thing if I were you. Now, sell me the Hornets. Is that really today's play?
Well, the Hornets have 3 really good guards, and only 2 of them could play.
Yep.
And one of them's on a rookie contract, which is always the most exciting because that's really what cheap labor, so to speak.
Well, 2 of them are on rookie contracts, right?
one of them's got to go. And I think that's going to help my play. So my play is a star stock A or star stock B card of LaMelo Ball, but it's with the vision that in this shortened season, I don't think anyone's going to take Terry Rozier, but the jury's out on that. But I think Devontae is going to go to another team. I think he would look really good on the Bucks, for example. But I think that GM, that team, they know that they got to get something for Devontae. And I think they have a perfect opportunity with LaMelo. And I think you're going to start seeing LaMelo cards trending up and him being the clear-cut number one rookie in the draft. I thought it was going to be Obi Toppin. I watched him. You're absolutely right. He's unbelievable. But a calf strain is a big deal in basketball. It's a big deal. And it's one of those injuries that you don't know how he's going to recover, right? The coach even said with calf strains, you can't really do conditioning. So it's not even when does the calf recover. It's when the calf recovers and he gets back into game shape. So I think LaMelo is going to be the clear-cut number one rookie in this draft class. Why do I say that? Cage, when you're investing in star stock, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is how I'm thinking about it. I don't think about it actually in the price of a card, like because they're their own market. I think of them relative to each other, right? So like, I think for example, Zion, Prism Base are 200. Average rookies in that class were like Tyler Hero, they were $15, $20. So I just look at the multiple. I think LaMelo's multiple is pretty low for how good he is. His cards are $45, where Wiseman's I think are in the 30s, and other average players are 25 and 30. I think LaMelo is going to hit 100 in the star stock marketplace, and that's my play for you guys today. Something that I think also benefits you guys, and Cage might talk about this, might not, but Star Stock, they have this curating method, right? One is in 24 hours and the other is in a week or two, something like that.
Yep.
Our Prism draft picks still going to be expedited?
So they announced as of today, 1/1, the 2020 draft picks are no longer going to be in their fast pass. You know, the ones that get expedited within 48 hours. Now, they're still going to do it, but I'm sure they're getting a lot of them, so they're not guaranteeing 48 hours. I'm sure they'll still do them quickly. But
why does that matter, guys? And why do I bring this up? For you guys that have been on Star Stock first, I think it's one of those platforms that's going to be an early adopter, huge benefit. So if you guys haven't signed up, I really recommend you do, just for the learnings of the hobby. You don't have to invest a lot of money. You could literally invest $5 and just play around and just see what is this about. Because believe it or not, this is a platform that's growing. But second, you're going to listen to this and you're going to be one of the first people that goes on and buys the LaMelo cards. Well, because the draft picks prisms are no longer fast pass, the supply isn't going to increase as quickly. And that's a big deal. That's a huge deal. And I hope you guys, I wanted to start 2021 with something real, something practical, a money maker that someone who has $100 can do something with. And I really believe in this play. So I hope you guys go out there and take a look at LaMelo, his cards, and that roster and what I said. Do a little bit of your own research. But I think LaMelo is going to finish Rookie of the Year, and he's going to be a really big part of that roster.
I like it, and I will make a little side play on it, which is I think eventually Graham is going to be the odd man out. And I think you're going to see some of his card prices maybe even go down a little bit because of that. It might not be this week or next week, and you never know what's going to happen. There's injuries all over the NBA. For all you know, Graham or Rozier could hurt their ankle, and then the issue takes care of itself. But eventually, they're going to give LaMelo enough run where he'll fight his way into the starting lineup. Whether that's 20 games in or 30 games in, who knows? And right now, the way they're playing, especially with Rozier, I mean, he's not an all-world defender, but he's a better defender than Graham is. He's a little bigger than Graham is. And he's been steadier than Graham. Graham was much better last year at distributing the ball. He was almost 8 assists a game. You don't need that. The way that I've seen, I think Rozier fits better with Graham. And I think that might be a moment there where Graham gets relegated to the 6th man. And the cards might go down, but I think he's going to get traded. One of our members, Rory Shortle, told us that he hears the Clippers are sniffing around. We get messages like that all the time.
I hear that, but that doesn't make a lot of sense with that roster. They have Lou Will, so
right. My deal is the Hornets are trying to get something for him. If I'm Graham,
right.
I think they have a qualifying offer out for him last year, but he's on the 3rd year of his 3-year contract. So if I'm him, I'm looking to get out anyway.
I think you'd look really good on the Mavs or the Bucks. I think those two teams are really interesting teams for you. I don't know. I don't know if Devontae would want a six-man role, but I think he'd be a great six-man role. I think he would do wonders. But I actually think LaMelo has earned his starting spot. I know it's so early in the year, but I think he has because he brings other things to the table than Terry and Devontae. And I think the competition is Devontae and Terry Rozier. Unfortunately, Terry Rozier's contract is pretty insane, so he more than likely won't get moved. Whereas Devontae's just such a team-friendly deal that more than likely he gets traded this year. And guys, remember, it's a shortened season, right? So like we're already in January. I think the trade deadline is next month.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't know like the current date. Maybe it's later, but
yeah, no, it's probably next
I
month.
definitely see it moving.
I think you're probably right. I think you're probably right. I love the Star Stock play. And here's one of the things that I'm going to bring also. I'm going to do Star Stock for our audience today also. And we will be doing, is it Monday, Andrew? We're going to do a full Star Stock episode where we go over, the plays and, who's hot, who's cold, how it works, you name it. A lot of Luca Nation's already been put onto it, which is great. I'm sure that the rest of the hobby community is. It's a real cool way of playing. And to me, I've said this a couple of times, I haven't done fantasy. I haven't done fantasy in a long time. I could never get away with both cards and fantasy in my house. First of all, it would take up too much time. But second of all, I would probably get stabbed by my wife. So this is allowing me to use cards to basically get back into fantasy. And I love it because you know what it is? It's Friday today. And it's Friday, and you're listening to this, and everybody's talking about Alabama and Notre Dame, and everybody's talking about the Clemson-Ohio State game. And it's Friday, and people are talking about the basketball games, and people talk about college football. But you know what I like to do on Friday when I was playing fantasy? I like to check out what's going on the Sunday football games and get ahead of everybody. So I'm hoping you listen to this and you jump on these plays, okay? Because this is what I think Star Stock is perfect for. It's almost like dun, 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 dun. Dude, look at Andrew dancing. We got to get video of this for everybody, man. Those dancing lessons are paying off.
That's a 2021 goal, right? Get on YouTube. Get a studio space.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. But so I like to look at like the waiver wire pickups. Can I ask you something? Do you know who's starting this weekend running back against the Patriots for the Jets?
Frank Gore,
injured.
Definitely not, right?
Injured.
Perrine, injured.
LaMichael Perrine, great COVID positive test.
Jeez.
So what you get is Ty Johnson, who was a rookie last year, drafted by the Lions, and the Jets picked him up earlier in the year. And he actually was the starting running back for them against the Raiders when they almost beat the Raiders, and he had over 100 yards. He had a great game against the Raiders. So here is a play, and I'll give you a second one off this also. This guy he's playing for his contract. He's playing for his time, right? He's playing for a spot with the Jets next year, who are probably not bringing back, Frank Gore, or a contract with somebody else, or tradability, you name it. He's got a shot. And it is
like a one game tryout, right?
Yeah. But it's the last game of the season. And he's already shown, he was involved in that trick play that they had last week also. Darnold pitched it off, the handoff with Berrios and the whole 9 yards, the crazy Crowder trick play. So he can play. He's already shown that he can play. He's already shown that he is likely their change of pace or second running back without Gore there. And it's a guy that right now literally no one is looking at. So my play is get yourself on Star Stock. Ty Johnson, not Tyler Johnson, not the guy from the Bucks.
A few of them.
Ty, T.Y. Johnson. You'll see most of his cards, like his Prism card, is going to be the Detroit Lions, right? So you'll see it because he was on the Lions last year's draft. So it's 2019 Prism. You got optic cards. I guarantee you. I don't want to guarantee it because by the time you look, you might be the third person who listens to this, and people, but under $5, under $4, maybe even under $3, you can find his optic. And now I'm talking Star Stock A. You want to go to B, you get him for under $1 probably, but
50 cents.
50 cents.
I see 69 cards in the vault.
Different types
of the Prism. Of the Prism.
Yeah, of the Prism. So 69 of the Prism card, and you're looking at it is under $5.
Yep.
So under $5. So $2. So $2.
$2.
$2. So now it might not be.
I'm telling you, some words you say, Cage, you hear your New York accent so much more. $2.
I'm gonna throw it over to you about a Johnny Pump. But so listen, so here's the deal, right? So I'm telling you, go on there, buy his optic, buy his Star Stock B for less than $1. Who cares? Because I would go and find the optic, find the Dunris, find these things, and what's it going to cost you? $50 of your Star Stock account, $100 to buy a dozen of this guy's cards, 10 of them, and If you do that tonight
you
on
could
Friday,
buy like 15
go ahead.
cards for the bonus. If you use Luca Nation and you deposit $5,
Yeah,
you
just
have
use the-
15 bucks. You could literally
So
buy
what a
20
great
of his
idea.
cards.
Put $5 in your account now and use
Could you
code
say that
Luca
again,
Nation.
Paige?
I said, what a great idea. Your hair, not such a great idea, but
I
this is
know,
a great
man.
idea. So put $5 in, and you will get a $10 sign up bonus for the code Luca Nation. You put $15 in, you could buy a bunch of this guy's cards. They're a couple of dollars. His optic, his prism. I haven't looked. I'm sure that somebody's got a red, white, and blue, or a red ice, or a green, or whatever parallels. They're probably a couple bucks each. Also, you could basically get it with your free sign on bonus, and when people wake up to do their fantasy, people are going to be doing Saturday night. Maybe people wake up Sunday morning and they watch the show. They watch their NFL preview show, and they hear the Jets are starting Ty Johnson. Whoa, okay. The guy's already started only once in his career, had a 100-yard game. He's going to go out there against the Patriots, have a good game. They're going to go on and buy the cards. So my play for you is buy it now and relist it. Buy the cheapest ones that are there and relist them. Buy 20 of them for $2 and relist them for $3.50. You just made $30. You just made 40, 50, 60% of your money between a Friday purchase and a Sunday morning sale. That's what Star Stock is cool for. But you have to be ahead of the curve on it, right? So you have to find a play like this, a little bit of research where you're looking when everybody else is watching the Alabama game, right? Or everybody's talking about the Hornets tonight or what LeBron's doing. You're looking at football on a Friday night. I got another quick one for you, Luca Nation, because if you happen to jump on this one, you happen to miss out on Ty Johnson. Andrew, who's starting for the Minnesota Vikings this week?
Isn't that Dalvin?
Dalvin Cook's father passed away. My apologies,
no.
my condolences, you name it, but Dalvin Cook is missing
I
the
love
game
the way
because of
Dalvin
that.
Cook plays.
He's an amazing running back.
runs.
But he also has a very good offensive line, which will be taken advantage of this week by a kid named Alexander Mattison. Mattison, another Star Stock play.
Sounds
guys.
like a U.S. president.
It sounds like a cool name, right? Alexander Mattison. It's card number 331, his 2019 Panini Prism card, and that is another Star Stock buy. I'm telling you guys, go in and grab them. I'm sure they're under $5 each. Same exact scenario, because everybody is not looking at football yet. They don't know that Alexander Mattison is going to be the starter for the Vikings this week in their final game, showcasing his abilities. But they'll know in the morning on Sunday morning, and by that time, you've already bought in cheap, and you're selling it to those guys who wake up Sunday morning and are
Guys,
picking. Go ahead.
So when we started this back in July, I brought a few plays. They were like $100, $200, $300, $800 each. And Cage was like, Andrew, what about for the common man? For the $100, $50 play. And that statement rang true. And the reason we're doing this partnership with Star Stock, we don't just bring you guys partnerships for no reason. We're in the trenches with you. And there's a really important reason why we're doing this. Because not everyone can buy holy grails from day one. These are ways for you to churn out small profits over and over and over and over again that allow you to buy grails. I was going to say holy grails.
Yep.
That allow you to buy grails. And that's important because, guys, just a year ago, I've told you guys this many times, I was in this position where I had to sell items like jerseys and old computers and things around the house to get liquidity. If I had a platform like Star Stock, I would have used that platform. I would have tried to make 50, 60, 70 bucks and then buy a few cards to grade, to send the PSA, to get back. And that's what we wish for you guys. And Paige, feel free to elaborate, but I think that's a big deal because not everyone starts with a huge bankroll. And that's okay. That is okay. There have been plenty of stories, it's not just mine, out there of people that have started with a small bankroll and strategically worked their way up. And now they have huge 5- and 6-figure collections. It's possible. You have to be patient and you have to learn the platforms and the tools that you have at your fingertips.
Yep. And guys, like anything else though, right? What's cool about Star Stock, you don't have the logistics of it. You're not shipping anything. You don't have to run to the post office. You don't have to do any of that stuff. And we'll elaborate about this on our Star Stock episode, but it's hard to not use it as part of a play for you. Because I wouldn't be telling you to go online right now and buy Alexander Mattison and Ty Johnson cards on eBay today, because chances are you buy them today, your seller's not going to ship them.
Yeah.
Right.
And tax and shipping.
And your seller's going to see on Sunday
card is $5.
If he goes out there and sells them and he has 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, you're not going to get it for $1 or $2. Seller's just going to not sell it. They're not going to give it to you, which does not happen on Star Stock. So that's key. But you're 100% right.
What about
Andrew.
shipping, Cage?
Yeah, and shipping.
You have a
and all that
99-cent card that turns into a $6.99 card because you're paying shipping.
Yep.
It's crazy.
So it definitely works. It works well. But yeah, I mean, guys, listen. You might have a $200 card in mind. You might want to buy a Trey Young Prism rookie card, $250, whatever it's going for now, raw. You might want to buy that card, but you only have $50. This is how you turn that $50 into that Trey card, right? You take that $50, you put it in Star Stock, you get your bonus $10, and you buy cards like this for $1, and you, believe it or not, you sell them for $1.50, right? Because if you're buying 50 $1 cards that you sell for $1.50, you just turn that 50 into $75. It's as easy as that. You don't have to get greedy. It doesn't have to go from $1 to $5 overnight, right? If it does, that's great. But
go online if you guys are if there's any skepticism, and read about some of the early adopters of FanDuel and DraftKings. And I think that's a big deal, Cage. Being first to a platform, learning how it moves, how it operates, what makes prices go up and down. Early adopters of FanDuel and DraftKings, they've learned that system. They've learned how it works. And I know a lot of them, they didn't win the huge prizes. There's like a way that if you finish in the top 50%, you just kind of double your money.
Yep, you double her. Yep.
And they just doubled their money to success just using a fundamental strategy. And it's, I think that's pretty cool. I think that really is cool because it's not dependent on luck as much as it's depending on your own understanding, experience, knowledge, and expertise in the platform.
Well, that's the key, right? It's the skill. It's a little bit of due diligence. So here we are giving you a play that it's not the most amazing thing in the world. It's just you want to be the early worm that gets the early bird that gets the worm. Jesus Christmas, too much champagne. So you want to be the early bird that gets the worm, right? So just like I said to you, Andrew, I mean, you're talking about the Hornets. You want to see what LaMelo Ball does tonight. You want to see what Charlotte does tonight. You know, Ian and I are going to watch the Bama game. You know, nobody's thinking about Ty Johnson of the Jets on a Friday night, but they will be tomorrow night late. People will be setting their fantasy lineups on Sunday morning. The same way they'll be looking on Sunday for, hey, look at this guy. He's coming out of nowhere to get his stuff. And they're going to buy him for $3-4. But here's the key. You bought him for $2 tonight. So that's the fun of it, right?
Cage, if I was a Prism parallel, what parallel would I be?
Green.
I asked because I'm a Star Stock and I saw Mosaic Reactive Gold. And I was like, that's Cage. Yeah.
So I'm Reactive Gold. I'm gonna give you what you're a purple wave. I don't know why. Purple wave. Right? Not numbered. So not pretentious like those numbered ones. Right? But the pop is really low. You're really rare. So you're undervalued. You're underappreciated. But people will wise up soon enough to that purple wave. Sort of like the hyper. You're hyper.
You don't think I'm the? I think I'm the black gold.
Black ice, maybe not black gold. You know, yeah. No one sees you coming, and then they crash. It's like black ice. No, black gold. Listen, Whoopi. Whoopi Goldberg.
Can you believe that was my nickname for like the first 14 and a half years of my life? Anytime I went from soccer team to soccer team, that was my nickname.
Listen,
and then I got good and they called me G.
I'd sign up for Whoopi any day. You would too when your nickname is I'm not even gonna tell you what my nickname is. Forget about it. We're not even starting. So I'll take Whoopi. Whoopi's a good time because it's one of my favorite pies. So you ever have a Whoopi pie?
Whoopi Goldberg. It's Whoopi Goldberg.
I know why, but you ever have a Whoopi pie?
That's from your generation of entertainers.
Whoopi Goldberg? Sam
from
Wheat.
Your generation.
Sam Wheat. Her name was Rita Miller. That's
her real name?
No, her real name was actually Oda Mae Brown. But they changed it to Rita Miller so that she can get the bank account.
Nobody understands what you're talking about.
Yes.
Dude.
Anybody who's ever seen the movie Ghost knows what I'm talking about. You ever seen the movie Ghost? Come on.
Before I hopped on, so we talked about three things, okay? One of the things I asked Cage, like, what kind of music he likes. And he says, I don't like music.
I don't. Of course I like music.
Elton John?
No, Leah likes Elton John. But she goes into phases. You know why she likes Elton John? Because she thinks Taron Egerton is cute. So he played Elton John, right? Oh, she's so mad at me. I just got dagger from across the room. She's so mad. But I'm speaking truth.
Why do you relate everything back to a movie?
Because movies are culture, just like sports are.
Movies are a part of culture.
Yeah,
and
just
some
like
would
sports
say
are.
Hollywood. I would say Hollywood's dead. By the way, I think Hollywood's moved online.
It's
Instagram
definitely
influencers
changing.
are the new Hollywood.
It's
YouTube stars.
You may be right about that. It's definitely changing. Downtown's changing. No, that's from Downtown's changing. That's from Family Guy. No,
Oliver.
It's from American Dad, actually. But yeah, shout out Oliver.
to Oliver.
Let's do that. Go ahead. Yes, give him a shout out to Oliver.
He got engaged, right?
Yeah, man. Congratulations. A little member of Luca Nation celebrates
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, like as the ball drops, he gets engaged. That's pretty awesome. Congratulations, Oliver.
Did he get engaged on the 31st or the 1st? Congrats, Oliver.
Yeah, it's we like sharing those moments with Luca Nation. And listen, I mean, can I throw down a little challenge for Luca Nation here at the end of this year? It's almost like a red paper clip type of thing. Right, so maybe we'll memorialize this better on our Monday episode for Star Stock, because maybe it'll be a Star Stock challenge. Maybe we'll this is what happens when I just throw ideas out there, but we will memorialize this. We'll do something. But I'd like, just like you were talking about, you gave me an idea. I want people to sign up and start with a balance on Star Stock of, let's call it $100 or whatever it is. We'll come up with an idea, and I want our Luca Nation. I want you guys sharing with us. You don't have to tell me what your purchases are and the whole deal, but I want you showing us. Look here, after a month, I made 9 moves. I made 10 trades. Here's what I'm buying. You name it. Maybe we can have, maybe we'll have, I don't want to call it a competition, but maybe there'll be some prizes. Maybe we'll have, if anybody wants to, it's completely voluntary. We'll get in there. It'll be on the honor code. We trust you. Show us the moves you're making. You started with $100, and after a month, after 2 months, whatever it is, you're at $200, $300, $500. I'll give away a PSA 10 to somebody. Maybe a Luca. Who knows? I'll have a nice prize. We'll do like a Luca Nation Star Stock challenge.
Hey, no one gives away the cards we give away. I look back at the cards we gave away. Whew, bankroll's hurting. I need to get into this challenge myself. No, but seriously, I'm just kidding. But dude, of course, we'll give things away to you guys. We love our Luca community, and I love it. It's similar to the SBICCC challenge or something like that. But it's cool. It's interactive. It's fun. I'm so down for it.
All right. If you guys want to get involved in something like that, let us know. Send us some messages, and we'll. And if you have any ideas about how to framework it, we'll do it. We're gonna be bringing you Star Stack episodes, and I think we'll bring you that as one of our suggestions. We'll do kind of like a Luca Nation Star Stock challenge, and give away some prizes, and it'll be a fun way to interact, a little competition with our crew here.
It's so cool that literally our ideas, our kind of our projects or concepts are fun. Comes from DMs from Luca Nation. I think that's the coolest thing, right? Like I could have never imagined that we would be like people would be DMing us and we would be able to implement that and work off of it. That's pretty cool, Cage. I'm with it.
Well, listen, guys, thank you for everything. Thanks for 2020, and we can't wait. 2021 is going to be a good time. Thanks, everybody. Happy New Year. Thank you for spending some time with us on another episode of the Lucas, Tigers, and Bronze Oh My podcast. Do us a favor and like, subscribe. You know what? Don't just like and subscribe. Everybody does that. If you like us, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your enemies, tell everybody. And we hope you got something from spending some time with us today, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.